Podcast.
We really need to hit up our music friends to make us something.
You tell me that's not beautiful? What is it, boy?
It's something.
No, but what is it? What are we doing?
What's poppin'? Hey guys, welcome to the Huggercast. It's me and Colton again.
What's up?
Your favorite people. Welcome to the Huggercast, the only podcast that both satiates and rehydrates.
Just remember, if the pee ain't clear, death is near.
Just remember, if you pee on her, then probably owe her about $50.
Or you just kick her out and well, who was it? One of the old rock stars liked to pee on girls. Was it Chuck Berry?
I don't know. I thought that sounds like an Ozzy Osbourne thing, but maybe it was Chuck Berry.
No, Ozzy's actually a pretty cool guy. No, I think Chuck Berry. I know he filmed people peeing, and I think he liked to pee on people.
I'd like to meet Ozzy. He seems really cool.
He would have some interesting stories to tell.
Apparently, he's like really sick. Like he said in an interview that he's not much longer for this world, which is kind of depressing.
He officially came out with his Parkinson's diagnosis and all that. Like, I'm amazed that he's made it this long.
Yeah, how old is he? He's like 80, 70s?
70s probably, because let's see, Sabbath released their first album in 1970. I don't know how old he was then. We'll say like 22.
30, maybe 20, 30.
Now they were all young, but so that was 50 odd years ago. So yeah, he's somewhere in his mid 70s. Like youngest, probably older.
That's wild. That's wild to think about.
Yeah.
But today is a special episode because it was recently.
I'm pregnant.
Yes, that's what. Yeah. He forgot to wear protection, and now he's pregnant.
I did it myself too. I don't know how.
I don't know. He fell asleep the wrong way, and. But as some of you gamers might know, you oppressed gamers, Sony just did a PlayStation 5 reveal, and today we're going to talk about it. We're going to go through the entire show. Yeah,
real quick before that, you saying gamers, have you seen the subreddit, the Ban Video Games?
r/ban video, no, that sounds great.
It's like the satirical part where they're saying about how awful video games are and like how they make people kill people. It's hilarious.
That's great. I love
everybody acting like 40-year-old Facebook moms, like, I can't believe my kid plays this game.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna have to check that out. But before we start, I have one piece of news.
Okay.
One piece of quick news. So, if anyone here has HBO Max, you might see that Warner Brothers is producing new Looney Tunes shorts. I've heard good. I haven't watched them. I've heard good things about them though. I've heard they're pretty good.
I didn't know it because I have HBO Max now.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah, my girlfriend and I had started watching Westworld on her grandparents' HBO account, and it was really good. And I was like, I actually want to start watching the stuff on there, so I went ahead and I added it to my Hulu.
It's pretty, I like what they got so far. I'm just hoping they add more.
Yeah, I'm just using it mainly for Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I need to watch that show.
I'm into season 2 now. It's Picture George from Seinfeld, but like R-rated, and that's the show.
Oh, okay.
It's fantastic. It's hilarious.
I've seen clips. I need to see more of it. But there's some interesting news going on with the Looney Tunes. Apparently, Warner Brothers said that they're not going to include. They're going to have Elmer Fudd, but he's not going to carry a gun.
You told me about that.
And neither is Yosemite Sam, I believe.
They're going to hurt them with their words and actions, and that's how we hurt people in 2020.
I saw a tweet that was like, I think it's actually a scarier thought to try to imagine Elmer Fudd try to kill Bugs Bunny like with his bare hands.
He's just going to call him a bigot. And say that he's discriminating against him.
They're going to dig up some of Bugs' old tweets. And they're going to cancel him.
I just thought of something I wanted to say, but I can't say that.
Oh. So if you guys didn't know that, now you know that. Do you have any opinions on that?
It's retarded.
It's stupid. I mean, why now? Like, why now? They didn't have to do it back in like the 40s and 50s. Why now?
Yeah, there's a few things that I can understand being cut out of Looney Tunes. such as
The
Bugs
blackface.
acting, as a slave. That's like, okay, that's pushing boundaries a little too far. We're not. That's no.
Yeah, we
But
don't do that anymore. But
the whole point of Elmer Fudd is he's a hunter,
yeah, that's
and
what he
Yosemite
does.
Sam is
He's a
a
cowboy.
cowboy.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't understand how they think this is going to stop gun violence.
just watch. Like next year, there's going to be 0 gun deaths in the
There's
U.S.
gonna be like one lone man who wants to shoot up a school, but then he goes on Twitter and he reads it and he's like, oh shoot.
He's like, before I go murder this elementary school, let me pop on some TV to unwind real quick.
How
And
about some
he
Looney
watches
Tunes?
he watches some Looney Tunes. He's like, wait a second,
Where's Elmer Fudd's gun?
what am I doing with my life? And then next thing you know, that man's president of the United States of America.
That sounds about as credible as how Donald Trump got elected.
I might trust a guy like that more, in all honesty.
Honestly. But yeah, so just a quick story, just a quick news story for you guys before we get into the real meat and potatoes of the show.
Sounds like a man's meal.
Yeah, meat, potatoes, and vagina.
I was gonna say cheese,
diet.
but I will go with that. You could add beer to mine.
Cheese is so good. I love cheese.
Oh, it is. Cheese is delicious.
I'm a bit of a cheese snob. I can't eat those Kraft singles crap anymore.
Only on hamburgers. That's the only way I can do it.
Yeah, only on hamburgers. Okay, that makes sense.
I like the melty, plasticky goodness.
Delicious.
I leave them in the shell.
Oh, you eat yours with the crust on?
Yeah. I eat them boneless.
You eat them boneless cheese. But last week, Sony announced their PlayStation 5 console, and I guess before we get into the beat by beats, what are your general thoughts, Colton?
It was surprisingly strong. Like when Xbox did theirs a while back, really the only memorable thing was Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and that's not even an exclusive to Xbox, so that was super underwhelming.
Yeah, it was pretty much like CG trailers. Like there was no gameplay shown, right?
Mm-hmm. But I feel like I wasn't super excited for everything for the PS5, but there's enough that I did see and was excited for that I wasn't planning on getting it at launch because, price isn't announced yet, but rumors are pegging it at like $500.
Yeah, they announced pre-orders, and in order to pre-order, you have to pay $700.
Oh, okay.
Which
well,
I'm going to do anyway.
I still want to, though. There's enough that in the fact that it's back compatible, I could sell my
Pro, you sell your PS4
and then I could get a few hundred for it. I'm sure, like 300, and then that doesn't need to be podcast material though.
I'm honestly excited for almost every game that was announced. I think their demo was super super strong.
That might be the best console reveal ever. Like I said, even the games that I myself am not interested in, I could see why people would want that. It's not like who's asking for this. It's like, oh, that's not geared for me, but I know people that will like that.
Yeah, even the greatest part of that showcase was it looked like there was something for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if it wasn't for you, like okay, I could see that there's an audience for that.
The only thing keeping it from like God status though, no Knack 3.
I know what's the deal?
Sackboy, Ratchet, and Clank. Who's asking for this? Give us the real heavy hitters.
Give us the real Sony mascot, okay? Knack.
But yeah. So what? Do you want to go just point by point, or do you want to talk about the ones that you're most excited for? No, let's go in order, and we can say which ones we're.
I have notes. I took note of every game that got announced. So.
Mr. Studious.
More like Mr. Stupidous.
This is the worst joke you've ever made.
It's great. What do you mean?
But
this podcast named after me. You're supposed to laugh at everything that I say.
Oh, one thing though, did you get to watch it like as it dropped, or I was like a day late on watching it?
I watched it the night I got home, so I watched it like 7 hours late.
I just remember being at work and like running to pee in the bathroom and like pulling out my phone, like what else got announced?
What's going on? All right, I guess we'll go for it beat by beat. The first thing that was announced was actually I actually thought the reveal was gonna suck because of this first announcement. Mm-hmm. The Rockstar logo came up and I was like, oh shoot, new GTA, maybe Bully 2, Red Dead Redemption 3? What's going on? And it looks like they're porting Grand Theft Auto 5 again to
They're
PS5.
enhancing and remastering once again.
What isn't it a 7-year-old game? Like it was 2013, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard to believe.
They already remastered it once for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and now they're doing it again.
I'm just so like, why? What's the point?
I hate to admit it, but I'm probably gonna get it. I've
I
been
think it's
playing.
free, right? It's free for the.
It's free for the first 3 months, I believe, is what they had said.
Okay. I guess they're not
But
making you pay, so that's cool.
yeah, I already own it on PS4. I've been playing, and they're doing the thing where they're giving all people who play on PS4 $1 million
Yeah,
a month.
I saw they were doing some stuff to actually get you to want it. So even though the announcement wasn't super hype, I guess that's pretty cool what they're doing.
I honestly think that that's the best way to start, though. Get set your expectations low, and then boom, hit you with the next one.
Oh, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Once I saw that, I was like,
oh my god, I'm so excited.
Because I bought PS4 Spider-Man because everybody was saying how good it was, and I was expecting to enjoy it, but it was really fun.
It's fantastic. It's such a well-made game. It's like Spider-Man 2 on drugs.
It's what you remember Spider-Man 2 to be.
Yeah, it's like amped up for the current generation. Like the web swinging mechanics, the fighting mechanics, which I mean probably were taken or it's heavily inspired by Arkham Asylum, but it works. They made their own. They made it their own.
It fits well, and the thing I'm excited about for the PS5 one now is with their special SSD, how fast it's supposed to load.
Or like she can SS my D. Boy,
I just think of SSX Tricky.
Ooh,
she gonna snowboard grind on your day.
That's something they need to bring back. They need to bring back SSX, but
it's Spider-Man though.
I really need to get more. Like after watching Into the Spider-Verse, I really do like the character of Miles Morales.
Mm-hmm. I think it's cool too because at this point, I think there was some confusion when it was announced of is it the full sequel? Is it a port of Spider-Man 1 with added content? But
some people thought it was like just DLC or an expansion pack, but it's a full-fledged standalone game.
Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be what is Uncharted Lost Legacy, where it's its own game, a full game. It's not
Nathan
as
Drake.
lengthy. Yeah. But it's gonna be, I think, rumored to be like people are expecting like a $40 game, be like maybe 20-25 hours in length.
I saw The Verge. They commented. They said that it was a full-fledged standalone game, so maybe it'll be a full like $60 retail. Hopefully, my boy Miles deserves it.
See, I think so, but I want this to be this like a standalone kind of in between, and then have
and Spider-Man 2.
Because no spoilers, but Spider-Man 1, they left a lot for Peter's story too. So if they could add to Miles' story in this and then bring them together in Spider-Man 2, I think that would be fantastic.
That'd be pretty cool. You know what's funny about the Spider-Man PS4 game is the same voice actor that voices Peter also voices Sasuke from Naruto. And so when he's yelling, it's kind of funny. He sounds just like Sasuke.
That's the only thing you can think. It makes you want to go eat ramen or something. I know that's the reason all my friends like going to ramen shops is they're like, yeah, watching Naruto when I was little.
Honestly, same.
They made the noodles look so good.
Anime food just looks so good, especially the ramen from Naruto.
Did you ever watch? I remember the name of the one we talked about. I think at the end of last episode, Food Wars is the name of it.
No, I gotta check it out.
I need to. After we're done recording tonight, I will, because it's something.
I need to get me some food when we're done. I've survived all day on a single taco.
Jesus Christ, Derek!
I don't eat.
You could have eaten before we recorded.
I was trying to get everything set up. I was really neurotic at the time. I was like, geez.
Fair enough.
I was like, no food.
You had a rough day. You were just like, gotta get done.
But the next, do you have anything else to say about Morales? Because I'm just super hyped.
I'm excited. Awesome. I'm gonna get it as soon as I get a PS5.
This next announcement actually kind of disappointed me too, because it's not really my thing. I was kind of bored, so I was like, this is gonna suck. But New Gran Turismo for people who like
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
I don't mind racing games. Like I can enjoy them sometimes. It's not my cup of tea always, but I think what'll help push this one over the top is like they're going on about the what is it? The adaptive triggers,
The adaptive
which
what stuff?
the triggers on the back. You've heard about that though, right?
They were saying something about it, but I wasn't really understanding or that much.
It was more when Cerny talked about it, but they actually alter. It's kind of got like HD rumble like the Switch has, but they're calling it like haptic feedback or whatever. But then the triggers themselves, depending on the game, like the tension in it can increase. So like it's supposed to simulate like in Horizon, like pulling a bow, like it'll like you have to push harder to pull further back.
Yeah, so it's like well, I forgot what it's called in the earlier ones where it's like trigger sensitive depending on how hard you push. So it's like an HD version of that.
Yeah, basically. It's not just analog trigger. It's like full on like
analog.
It adds resistance and all that to it.
Oh, so like so the triggers will like get harder to push.
Yes.
If you're doing something that requires more effort.
Yes.
Okay, that's actually pretty neat. I like that.
Yeah, I at first I didn't think much of it, but then thinking about it with a racing game,
yeah, that
can actually
be immersive.
Yeah, that sounds really fun.
It's gonna be like hella immersive.
But yeah, like you said, though, racing game, it's always it's a good series. Like the people that are into it love it.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be super realistic.
Yeah, for me with racing games, is unless you have like turtle shells or bandicoots, I usually don't play them. So
yeah, I'm not much of a car guy myself. So
I don't even know what type of car I have. No, I do, but I don't. Most people
I have a white one.
I think
it goes fast on time.
It's got 3 wheels for most of the time. I put the gas and it goes zoom.
It got 3 wheels, 1 pop, so I just put a skateboard underneath.
I made one out of cotton candy, and hopefully I don't run over any puddles.
Have you seen that video of the raccoon?
Oh,
they give it
that breaks my heart. That breaks my heart. Oh, that poor raccoon.
Wait, okay, it's car game.
What's the
next?
Gonna
be good,
sure.
It
looks cool. Like the graphics and everything look beautiful. So.
Oh yeah.
This one got me super super hyped. The new Ratchet and Clank game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what is it called?
Ripped Apart.
Ripped Apart. Now, all the Ratchet games have like a underlying like double meaning. Which I wonder what this one is.
Maybe I think this one they're really trying to go full like family focus with it though.
Maybe.
So maybe they're easing up like the up your arsenal type.
That was a good one. I like that one. Or even some of the PS3 ones, like A Crack in Time, like that kind of. It wasn't as much, but it had a little bit.
I mean, it's no South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
That was my favorite title, The Fractured Butthole.
It's so good.
I was looking at the way this thing those graphics look beautiful.
I had one. I hadn't got to watch the trailer yet. I was just at work, and this guy, one of my coworkers, comes up. He's like, "I'm so pissed at Sony right now." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Look what they did to Ratchet," and he showed me the girl. Like she doesn't have a name yet.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a redesign.
No.
And I was like, "What did they do to my child?" But then once I watched the actual trailer, I was like, "Oh, okay, that's."
It's kind of like I have the notes I put here is Ratchet and Clank into the Ratchetverse.
That's kind of the fact though that you're going through like portals parallel into other places and it just seems to load instantaneousely.
Yeah, and it looks like the portal thing's like it's like a portal gun. You shoot it and you're able to go everywhere. And it looked great. I haven't played a Ratchet game in a while. I played a lot of Deadlocked as a kid.
I heard the one on PS4 is actually really good.
You know what's crazy? I have it. Never played it. It was free for a while too. There
were so many games like that when I got a 360. I have a collection of probably like 40 games. I've played maybe 15 of them.
That's what happens sometimes.
I bought so many and I just didn't play them. But yeah, no, Ratchet and Clank, it looks...
They're making a lot of furry porn of this new character, and I'm just not for this.
Yeah.
She just like started, guys. Calm down.
The one thing I saw about that cracked me up is what is the actual like name of what Ratchet is?
I believe it's a Lombax.
That's it, Lombax.
That's his alien race.
Somebody tweet like, "Hey, please tell us the name of this female Lombax. It's really hard to find Roll 34 of her without a name."
No. I literally just searched up Ratchet and Clank like a little bit after the show, and I found enough. He didn't take me.
What were you searching it on? You're like on your Pornhub. You're just like enjoying yourself, and then you're like, Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank.
Let's see if there's anything about that on here. Any game reviews in between? Cut the session off for a second.
Well, honestly, YouTube's getting so bad where you might have to start uploading to Pornhub. So,
what is it? Somebody, I can't remember it off the top of my head, but somebody. I think that somebody was like saying, I'm sorry, I just said somebody like 8 times.
Somebody.
But they were saying like Pornhub needs to open up a non-adult oriented streaming website just called The Hub.
The Hub.
To compete with YouTube.
And you're able to
they
monetize.
have the infrastructure.
They have the base. Like the fan base is there.
They have the fan, and not just that, but the infrastructure of like they host just as many videos as YouTube,
and they have monetization. So it's like, they have ads. You would just have to suffer through having ads for penis pills on your video, and you'd be good.
Pornhub Live is you're trying to watch like
if you love Pornhub, you'll love Pornhub Live. You're like, hey man,
let's look up funny Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle raps. Pornhub Live.
It's like, hey man, I'm just trying to see your review for my new cell phone.
Wait, so what was after Ratchet and Clank?
It was a game. It's a good thing I took notes because I would have forgotten entirely. It was this. This is actually the header photo for Sony's Twitter right now. A game called Project Athia.
Yeah, that's the Square game, the Square Enix.
Yeah, it's some. The notes I wrote were Magic Lady game. That's all.
I play that game with myself in the shower when I tuck.
Magic Lady. Ooh, look, I'm a magic lady.
And I shake around a little bit.
I don't think they showed gameplay. I think it was just a CGI cutscene.
Yeah, just cinematic trailer, but it's
looks cool.
It'll probably be good. Most stuff that Square does, people like.
People seem to like it. Not much to say.
I played a little bit of Octopus Traveler, and that was actually pretty cool.
I'll have to check.
I love the art style in it.
I've heard a lot of good things. What were we talking about last game? That Wizard, not Wizard 101, but Wonderful 101.
Yeah.
The one by the same team as Beautiful Joe.
Beautiful Joe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I still have to play that.
Yeah, I need to too. I've heard good things.
This next game I'm actually really excited for.
Is this the cat one?
Yeah, it's called Stray, and you play as a cat. The notes I wrote were Stray kitty cat game. He's such a good boy.
Just watch. This game is gonna be full of rape and murder. they portrayed as this cute like happy cat game, and
just kill everything.
Criminal cat underworld.
There's a cat like mafia.
You have to infiltrate a cat trafficking organization.
You have to take down the cat yakuza, the yakatsa.
It's all the Siamese cats.
I like what the world, like the setting they put it in is kind of cool. Like
humans are all dead, right?
Yeah.
Replaced by robots.
Yeah, it's like robots that kind of act like humans. And on the back of in the trailer, you could see someone graffitied "R.I.P. Humans," and I was like, oh, okay, so everyone's dead.
This game was actually based on the future of the big beer outbreak, is which I'm still calling it.
The big beer outbreak.
Outbreak.
Oh, yeah.
I still don't know if I could say the name, so that's
we just won't chance it.
Big beer outbreak. That's gonna be the future in 20 years. Yeah,
I remember hearing about this game a while back and seeing some like test footage.
See, I had never heard of this until this reveal. It looks fun.
I'm like super excited. I'll throw money at anything that lets me play as a cat.
Yeah, I'm just a cat dude.
I love cats. My girlfriend and her entire family are dog people. I like dogs.
I love dogs too. Like my girlfriend, same thing. Her family's dog people. They have a bunch of Shih Tzus, and they're cute, sweet little. Like her dog Louie. I love him.
Yeah, my girlfriend has a Great Dane. His name is Poseidon. Love him.
Little different size difference there. Great Dane, Shih Tzu.
Yeah, no.
But
same
like
deal.
one of her best friends recently got a little kitten. She sent her a picture. The kitten was climbing her purse, and she was swinging it and being like, "It came in like a wrecking ball," and it was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
My girlfriend actually doesn't like cats because every cat she's met has been mean to her, I guess. I was like,
Says something about her as a person. Then
I know. I'm gonna have to
now
fight
see,
her.
my girlfriend more of a dog person, but she does like cats, so that is good.
I think she just like I used to hate dogs because all the dogs I met were like loud
Hmm.
and barked and chased me.
Annoying.
Yeah, but this cat game looks fun. I really want to play
Yeah.
it.
Beautiful transition back. A1. But it won't be a day one purchase for me, but I would like to play it.
I'm gonna pre-order it when they let it happen. I'm gonna get the they better have like a deluxe edition that comes with like catnip.
Game of the year.
Game of the year edition.
It comes
It's
with
already
a full fursuit for you.
Before it's even announced, it's just like Game of the Year edition comes with catnip.
No, it's a fursuit, Derek.
You'll become a
We're
cat.
getting your persona out.
My fursona. I guess my fursona would be a very large cat.
I will be a crocodile.
Be on r/chunkers.
I want you to do that. Not even an actual fursuit. Just like put on cat ears and glue a tail to you.
It's me.
Have your girlfriend take a picture of you.
Aren't
on
I
all
such a
fours.
cute chunker?
That is the greatest image I've ever seen in my brain.
I have to try it. The next announcement wasn't a game. It was that they were going to play 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, which the regular PS4 can't. I don't know if the Pro can.
It cannot. I thought when I bought mine because it
New?
outputs 4K. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, it'll be able to. It can't do it. I was a little upset.
Yeah, they were showing off some of the newer features and the console and stuff, which if I get one, it'll help me in my movie collecting because right now I can't buy like Ultra HDs. I'm like, well, I have nowhere to play them. So
I have one Ultra HD Blu-ray, and I can't watch it. And luckily, it was a 2-pack, so it came with the normal Blu-ray and that.
Yeah,
but...
yeah, I have one too, and it was Rocket Man.
Oh, okay. I got a Halloween.
Yeah. Okay, the original or the new one?
Yeah, the original.
The original is classic.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, off topic from the games real quick, but I always heard people say how good Silence of the Lambs is. Never saw it. Finally watched it the day before yesterday. Mm-hmm. That's a good ass movie.
It's just a solid like horror movie.
Yeah, not even just. I wouldn't even fully say it is horror. I guess maybe my brain's just so warped from like I'm into a lot of like not even lively, just true crime stuff. So like it wasn't that disturbing to me, but the acting was so good.
I've still never seen it.
Very, very common opinion to have. Like everybody quotes it as like this is one of the best movies of all time.
Oh yeah,
but it's on Netflix right now. Definitely watch it.
I'll have to check it out. Who's the actor who plays Hannibal?
Oh God, what is his name? I don't remember the dude's name. He's been in a ton of stuff though. He's famous.
Yeah,
he's in Westworld.
Okay, yeah, he's a good actor though.
He was amazing. Like I totally bought it. I was like, this dude is just a genius psychopath.
He's a crazy person. but
yeah, what was after Stray?
After the 4K Ultra Blu-ray, they announced 3D audio surround sound, which sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm really curious just because I love high quality audio stuff, despite how my voice sounds in this podcast.
You could whenever you're playing online and someone calls from somewhere, you'll hear it in a different place in the room or something like that.
Mm-hmm. You'll hear it if they're to the back left, you'll hear it to the back left.
That's pretty cool. It's like when you're at a movie theater.
Mm-hmm. It's full surround sound basically.
Oh yeah.
But it's fake surround sound, but it makes you think it's real surround sound. It's bizarre, but I'm excited.
This next game I'm actually they showed a little bit of gameplay. I think it's called Returnal.
Which one was that?
That was the lady astronaut, and she keeps dying.
Yes,
that
where every
looks
time
so spooky.
Every time she dies, the world changes.
The planet changes. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm really excited for that game because it looks like it's going to be very trippy.
For some reason, it reminded me. It maybe just because of the trippy nature of it, but the PS1 game, the LSD Dream Emulator.
I remember you showed me a clip of that back in high school.
That's what it just kind of. I got that vibe from it. I don't know why.
Yeah, apparently it's gonna be messed up. One time a planet will show you childhood trauma or something. It'll really mess with you.
I am in on this then because, like I said, being into stuff that I am, I don't get disturbed or grossed out much anymore. So I want something to really push me.
It reminds me of that. What's that movie, Edge of Tomorrow?
Yes, I've never seen
Never
that.
seen it, but I know the whole thing was live, die, repeat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
also
what I wrote.
Groundhog Day.
That's what I wrote down in the notes. I put live, die, repeat the game.
If there's a groundhog in this game, I'm sold.
It's gonna be like a giant, like monster groundhog.
Groundhog with a Bill Murray face.
Oh no! Hey guys, it's me, Bill Murray. That's the bad impression.
That is the best. I thought he was on the phone. I was like, how the hell do you know him?
Bill Murray? Holy crap, Lois, it's Bill Murray.
They do that all the time in that show.
There's I like all the memes where they put Sans from Undertale. It's like, holy crap, Lois, it's Sans.
Sans from Undertale.
Sans from Undertale. This next one, did you play Little Big Planet as on the PS3?
I didn't, but I believe Micah did. I think he seemed to. He said he liked them.
Yeah, our friend Jordan played it a lot too. I know that a lot of people liked the first 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
So this one,
I think. Oh, keep going. My bad.
So this one it's not a Little Big Planet, but it's the return of Sackboy, the main character, and it's called Sackboy's Big Adventure. It's gonna be like a somebody.
It's about when I hit puberty.
Somebody had to have known, but this one's more of a platforming game, and it also reminds me a lot of Super Mario 3D Land for the Wii U.
I've been hearing a lot of comparisons. I think it's good that this is back because it seemed for forever like Sackboy was a huge PlayStation mascot.
Yeah,
like he was in all their branding, like all their advertisements, and then they kind of just didn't do anything with him for a while. I'm glad he's back.
Wasn't there an option to have him on like PS3 Home or something?
I believe so. Like there was a
it was a big deal.
He was like up there with like Nathan Drake at the time and
like
Sly
Kratos
and like all this. Yeah.
So
I'm glad he's back. I just like his character design. It's so simple, but
it's cute. Yeah.
It's charming to the eye.
Are you gonna want to play this game? I might.
Yeah, actually, I do.
Yeah, it looks kind of fun.
I like platformers.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I know some people who just like say that, just like yeah. That's like a thing.
I've heard quite a few people like I thought it was just like a joke thing, but no, that's a serious thing. People like yeah.
This next one you might have to help me out because I really don't remember. It was called Destruction All Stars.
That wasn't it like almost it looks like Demolition Derby type thing.
I think so. I'm googling it so I could get a picture right now.
If I remember correctly, it was just blowing shit up.
Oh yeah. It was like what's that game where you're a car and you play soccer?
Rocket League.
Yeah, it looked like Rocket League mixed with like derby, like roller derby stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, bro, if you ever get on Rocket League, I love that game. I will play with you. That shit's great.
I've never played it, but I'll have to check it out.
It's really fun. I've put way too many hours into it.
Are you gonna want to get this Destruction game?
Potentially. That's one that I'll wait for reviews to see what people say. Yeah,
because it looks like it could potentially be like a new hot thing, like Fortnite or something.
Good. You know, I kind of just fell off of that. Like, I was playing it for a little bit because I was like, everybody was playing it. And I was like, yeah, I'll play too. I played for like a season, and then I kind of just
I couldn't get into it. I played for like 1 or 2 weeks, and I was just like, this isn't for me.
Yeah, like it wasn't even that I like when I played it. I actually, I hate to say this, but I was having fun. I was like, this is all right. But then one day I just didn't start it up, and then I didn't start it up ever again after that.
Yeah, it's not really my thing. I mean, I'm not too big into for FPSs that much anyway, or not FPSs, but shooter games in general.
Yeah, I didn't like. I get the building aspect is what sets it apart, but I'm bad at it, so therefore I don't like it.
Therefore, it sucks.
Yeah.
Let's see. Not a whole lot to say about that one.
Yeah, it's a game.
It's a game that's going to come out soon. So
on the PS5.
On the PS5. I have one note that they had an interview with this company called Ember Lab, and the 2 guys kind of looked like Key and Peele. That was my note. That was my note for that. It was these two. I think they were like Indian, and they just looked like Key and Peele.
I would watch an Indian Key and Peele. That sounds incredible. Thank you, come again.
Like Bolake.
Thank you, come again.
The next game that was announced was something called Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Which one was that? You're gonna have to remind me on that one.
Yeah. This one was my notes were Weeaboo Lord of the Rings, but that doesn't really help.
That's kicking something up for me. I don't think I was super excited for this one. I kind of zoned out during this.
It looks kind of cool. The art style is kind of like almost a little anime-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Not a crazy. I don't think they showed gameplay. So
I think it was just cinematic trailer from like my half paying attention to it.
Yeah, it looked kind of cool. Is a lady or a girl? She has like powers. So I mean, she's magic.
Perfect plot description of like 30% of all media.
She's a girl. She has magic. You know the drill. Do you have anything
else
to say about this one?
No, I can't say that one. I'm super I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah,
that's one of the ones that I think was for me.
If it gets good reviews, then I'll check it out. But
yeah, that's fair.
Magic stuff's kind of interesting. So the next one is called Goodbye Volcano High. Did you remember that one? That was the one where it was like a bunch of furry, like anthropomorphic animals.
Yes.
They didn't. I don't know what type of game it's supposed to be.
I remember I hated the name.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of really want to play it because it looked kind of like sad and emotional.
Yeah, like I heard the name though, and I was thinking like it was gonna be funny, happy, but then yeah, it was a little like, oh, this is really actually trying to get deep.
This is really angsty. It's like, what do we do after high school? We're dead.
It's actually in that world, all animals must commit suicide after they graduate.
It looks like it's gonna be either a visual novel or like a 2D side scroller where you kind of just talk to people.
Yeah, I was kind of getting visual novel type vibes from it, or maybe like not Telltale, but kind of like you kind of roam around and you just talk to people.
I mean, which could be kind of cool.
It's actually a furry dating sim.
My favorite. You know what I miss? I miss Life is Strange. I played the first one. It was pretty fun.
See, I never played those. I heard people talk about them, but I don't know like anything about the story. I just know they're supposed to be good.
The dialogue is really bad. In the first one, at least. I haven't played the second one. Because it's like a 40-year-old man trying to pretend that he knows what teenagers talk like.
Oh. Does he say yeet?
No yeets, but it's like there's like a punk girl and she's like, smash the power, man.
And he's like, hey, YOLO, my dude.
YOLO swags. What's poppin' in the high school, my Gucci?
Wait, you said Gucci?
My Gucci.
Okay. You said he was talking to like a teenage girl, and I thought you said Gucci. I was like, oh!
What's up, my Gucci? Imagine if your girlfriend just said that to you one day. How'd you feel?
I'd probably laugh. She just called me a lot weirder things.
My girlfriend, she learned the word simp a while back. She uses it a lot now. She called me a simp the other day.
Our nicknames for each other, me and my girlfriends, are much cuter and gayer than that.
We get gay, but also sometimes we just make fun of each other.
I roast her all the time, but
but yeah, I kind of want to play this visual novel, whatever it is. It has my interest because the art style looks kind of cool.
Yeah, that's another one that I'm gonna wait for reviews on. But it could be fun.
I need my furry post-high school fan fiction, okay, Colton? I'm gonna need...
Oh, I know a blog spot that you could go to for that.
Ooh.
It's almost as good as do you ever watch the Game Grumps where they read the Sonic fan fiction?
No, but that sounds pretty funny. Is it a newer one?
It's probably like 7-8 months old at this point. I think the guy that writes it is literally just named Little Sonic.
Little Sonic. That's
but hilarious. I think it's called Sonic's Ultimate Harem, where he's banging She-Hulk. He's banging Princess Peach.
That's amazing.
The best.
I love that. He can do it. Gotta go fast.
It's written horribly. Like it seems like a 4th grader wrote it.
Got to go fast.
Chili dog.
Chili dogs. My chili dogs getting a bunch of chili dog sauce all over your wieners.
But yeah, so
So the next game, this one looked really cool. It was called Ghostwire Tokyo. Do you remember that one?
Yes.
It was like you're a dude and like you could see ghosts and you could fight them. It looks really, really cool.
I wanted to make like a Ghostbusters joke out of that, but my brain just like completely died for a second. But yeah, no, this one
looked cool. Who are you gonna call
Ghost? My lawyer.
Asians. Ghost Asians. Also my lawyer.
I've seen some videos entitled that.
Ghost Asians.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just a girl in a sheet.
Oh, ooh.
Spooky. Why are your pants falling down?
Oh. Oh, why do you have season 5 of 13 Reasons Why on your Netflix queue?
Oh, Jesus. Ruin the immersion.
That's how you know it was a ghost. You're like, I didn't watch this.
It wasn't me, ma'am.
But
this one...
It looks like a really cool action game, and
yeah. I think Ghost... It seems for a while like Ghost games were kind of popular, and then they kind of just like...
stopped.
Yeah. What was the big... Was it Fatal Frame? That one always seemed real interesting to me.
I never got to play it.
See, I didn't either, but the concept of you having to capture it with the camera seemed really cool.
Yeah. There was another one where you could, like, possess people, too, I think.
Oh, that sounds fun as shit.
Yeah, there was, like, a few games like that. I can't remember the name for the life of me, but... Ooh, I skipped one. Anything else to say about Ghostwire? Looks interesting.
No, I remember I seemed interested in it, but I was eating a pizza at the time.
That sounds really good.
And I think I was a little more focused on the pizza.
Where was the pizza from?
Oh, it was a Red Baron.
That's my
go-to.
That's like a quality microwave or oven pizza.
Yeah, it's cheap. It gets me full, and it doesn't taste too bad.
Like a cheap prostitute.
My glowing review.
It's cheap, gets me full, and it's okay.
It's all right.
It is a pizza. It is a thing that I put into my mouth and I swallow.
Just like a prostitute.
Just like prostitute. Did you ever play the Oddworld games for PS1?
Yes, I didn't play until I was way older. My ex-girlfriend's brother-in-law grew up on them, and I was over at their place one time, and I played some with him, and it was actually really fun.
They always looked cool, but I've never played them. I know they recently did a remake called New and Tasty. I think it was a remake of the first one. I'll have to check that out. But they announced a new Oddworld. Oddworld Soul Storm. I
kind of wanted to play this just because the brief little bit I played of it, it seemed like a cool series. And then got to bring it up at every episode. My buddy Jacob, I believe his dad played Oddworld when he was a little kid growing up, so he's got some attachment to it as well.
I think at this point we should just refer to Jacob as your metrosexual life partner.
Oh no, it's full on gay.
Okay, cool.
I didn't go spend a night up in Dallas with him for no reason.
Gotta get where it's a little bit cooler so you guys can get under the sheets.
Yeah, it's he him and his fiance had a little pallet made up for me and my girlfriend in their spare room, but as soon as she was asleep, I snuck out.
You were like, all right, girls sleep in this room, guys sleep in that room.
We don't want your cooties.
Ew, girls are icky. But this game, it looks like the game has like a creepy vibe, and it's kind of cool. Not like scary. It's
it's just a dark.
It's dark as heck.
Kind of funny though. It's funny too.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
Like their mouths are like sewed shut, and that's kind of disturbing.
It almost reminds me of like something Tim Burton would do.
Yeah.
That creepy but whimsical type, like atmosphere, I guess you would say.
I have to constantly remind people that Nightmare Before Christmas was not Tim Burton; it was Henry Selick. Yeah,
was he like executive producer on it or something?
Which means he just threw money at it.
Yeah, he was like, here's money, this is my name. Use my name.
Because I guess not a lot of people knew who Henry Selick was. Shit.
But because Tim Burton did a lot of stuff in that kind of creepier...
Oh, yeah. No, Tim Burton's really talented, and so is Henry Selick.
Did he ever do anything else?
Henry Selick, he did Coraline, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah, because like
Ah.
he took a big break and then he made Coraline.
Okay. I liked Coraline, so that I'll have to go look see if he's done anything else.
Let's see if I get to the next game. I remember this, but I'm Googling it real quick just to see if there's anything else I could see about it. Because the
Okay.
trailer was like really, it was like 10 seconds long. It was called Jet the Far Shore.
I don't even remember that one.
The trailer was weird.
Glowing
it was
praise.
Like, it was like a barren landscape, and then like they show like a counterclock of the years going by, and grass like grows, and there's like people, and like it goes up into space, and there's like a spaceship, and I was like, I don't know what this is, but it looks like it's one of those games where you play God. So.
Oh, okay. I haven't played one of those in years. I remember I always thought they were fun though. I had a real simple one on like iPhone way back a long time ago where you was just like a little island and you gave the people stuff, but you could also kill them.
Yeah, it looks like kind of one of those games.
Okay, I might be interested in that thing because that's sometimes it's fun to be God.
It's been a minute since there's been like a popular, like the last one was what, like SimCity?
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think. There was another one that was popular, but I don't remember the name of it. It'll hit me later in the podcast, I'm sure.
We're gonna be talking about something like really depressing. You'll be like, Zoo Tycoon, and I'll be like, oh.
I am God to these animals.
Whoa. Let's see what's the next one. Godfall. This one looked like a night action game.
Yes, this one was actually announced a long time ago, though. It was like the very first time that they ever officially said like PS5 is real.
Like,
it was at some event like 4 or 5 months ago, probably, and it just said coming to PS5, and then everybody was like, "Wait, it's not announced yet, though. What the fuck?"
You're like, PS5? What does that mean?
I don't understand. PlayStation 5? No, man, it's PlayStation 4.
It's PS4. They got it wrong. Hello, Mr. Sony. There's a bit of a mistake in one of your new trailers. It seems you put a PS5 instead of a PS4.
Wait. Holy shit, are you telling me that there's gonna be another one?
Nah, you're not telling me that. No.
You're yanking my chain.
You just don't quit pulling my penis.
I was gonna tie it into a masturbation joke, but you just straight up.
That was from Key and Peele. Did you ever watch the guy's like, "Quit pulling my dick"?
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's a funny one. But this night action game looks pretty interesting. Not a whole lot to say, but it looks
it sometimes it's one that I would want to play at a friend's house, but probably not own myself.
Yeah, it looks like another one of those. At least there's like it's like a competition for Overwatch, another hero fighter. Where like the whole thing's like all the personalities of the different characters you could play as.
Yeah, where they each have their own special, but which I think is cool. Like the hero game has its place, but I think it seems like too many people are trying to jump on the bandwagon now.
Yeah,
and just
not a lot of people are successful at it, but it's pretty much just Overwatch, and there's nothing else really competing against it.
Yeah, I guess even though it's realistic, would like Rainbow Six Siege be considered that because all the operators have different things that they do?
I guess so. Like I guess it really just depends on who you talk to.
Yeah,
some people would probably put it in its own category.
That's the only other one I could think of that might
like be
at that level. Yeah,
but this one could be. So it
yeah, especially if it's gonna be the first one on the new generation, like that'll give it a boost.
Yeah, like the aesthetic looks pretty cool. Like everything's all sharp and everyone's got armor.
It's mostly melee combat too, isn't it? Like was there any like shooting in it at all?
Like, yeah, kind of like Dynasty Warriors meets like Overwatch.
Yeah, maybe I will give it a shot.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out when it comes out. Oh, this next one, it didn't show too much, but I'm as not a lot of people might know, I'm a real sucker when it comes to these really indie hipster looking artsy games because I'm a giant snob and I'm better than all of you. But this game was called Solar Ash. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I remember thinking it looked very hipster.
Very indie, hipster, overly artsy, and And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get this game. It's
You know,
obviously.
I'm getting more into those types of games because sometimes you want something artsy that like kind of makes you think like you overthink it, which they
Yeah.
probably didn't really mean that much behind it, but you're like, is this what they meant by it?
Yeah, because it looks weird. Like there's like a spirit on like skates. and,
Hmm.
and
Which is
yeah.
enough to sell me on the game already. Like,
Yeah, they like go into like a room and there's like a big face and it's like, you came here. I thought you would come here, and it like attacks him. And then it falls down and then it like skates off a cliff. And I was like, well, this was incredibly vague and didn't tell me nothing. I think I'm sold on it.
I need to know now.
I know. But it looked really cool. I liked the art style. I'm liking the art style of a lot of these games.
Yeah, that is the aesthetic that a lot of these went for. I works well, and just with the fact that it's a more powerful platform, like.
Yeah. Like I'm liking that a lot of companies are realizing that you don't have to make a game look super gritty and realistic to look good.
Hmm.
Like a
Oh, you know,
game.
the more cartoony looking games are the ones that age better. Like
Yeah.
Wind Waker on GameCube still looks
Still looks
good,
great.
and then the HD remastered, gorgeous. Like you got to pick a good art style.
Yeah, and as much as people like meme on like Knack, it looks
Hmm.
good. Like the cutscenes
Yeah,
look good.
yeah, because it's when it's something going for realism, you can compare it to real life. So
Yeah.
even if at the time you're like, "Oh, this is the best I've seen," 5 years down the road, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this looks like crap. This doesn't look anything like real life." But if it's cartoony, you don't have anything to really compare it to. So you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that looks nice."
Yeah, it's kind of like animated movies. Like you
Hmm.
could set them in the time that they were in. Like, oh, Toy Story was the first one, and for being the first animated film, it still looks kind of weird. But
See, I think Toy Story 1 still looks pretty all right. Like there's
the
some stuff
toys look
that's a little.
great.
There's some background things that are a little like, but
The people look like monsters, but the
for it
toys
being
look
the
great.
first big one, I'm like, this does not like it. And maybe I just have such nostalgia for it that I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that
There's nothing
movie.
wrong with
It
it
is
ever.
perfect in every. I watched it so much as a kid. I wore through our VHS tape and
Oh
had to
God,
buy. My parents had to buy me another one.
it's a great movie. I love Toy Story. I love all the Toy Stories actually.
I had actually another quick side note is Toy Story as a kid. There's one scene super like no bearing on the film whatsoever, but when it's Andy's mom when they're having the birthday party, she goes, "Here come the chips. We got Cool Ranch and barbecue." For some
Here
reason,
come the chips.
3-year-old Colton latched onto that, and I would walk around my house saying, "Here comes the
Here come.
chips,"
Why is
and
that?
my parents were so confused. I was like, "What does he mean? Why is he saying this?"
What is he
And it wasn't
planning?
until like 3 weeks later that I was watching it, and they were watching it with me, and she goes, "Here comes the chips,"
Here
and they're like,
come. Ah.
"That's it."
Why is that not like a meme? That sounds like it has potential.
I'm gonna make it happen. And
Here
if it
comes.
ever gets big, just remember I was the OG.
You know what? I'm gonna find like that clip of that scene from the YouTube, and I'm gonna like edit it. I'm gonna edit that part where she's just like, "Here comes the chips."
We need to make that the intro for the podcast every
Just
episode.
we're gonna get freaking ass blasted by Disney if we do that. I don't want to chance it.
That's what I'm planning on. Wink, wink.
Oh. The next game on our list was Hitman 3, which are you a big Hitman fan? Because I've never played them.
I haven't played them, but I've recently been watching Oni play them,
Hmm.
and it makes me really want to play them. So I'm actually kind of excited for this.
Yeah, the only note I put down was anything is better than that movie.
I never watched the movie.
I watched the most recent one a few years back. I fell asleep, so.
Because we might have to do this. Is it like a topic for an actual podcast later on? But
Video
real
game
quick,
movies?
worst video game movie.
Oh god, the worst one I've seen? I haven't really seen many, so. Like, I know a lot of the really bad ones exist just because of their, like, meme status, but.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was thinking of Dragon Ball, but that's an anime movie. I honestly haven't really seen that many.
Assassin's Creed was one of
Was
the
it
worst
bad?
movies
I
I've
didn't get to
ever
watch it.
seen.
Mm.
My ex-girlfriend was real into the video game series, so I went and saw it with her. Halfway through, I had to get up, go to the bar. I bought like 3 beers and just downed them like back to back to back to try to make it enjoyable.
Like another round for the couple seeing Assassin's Creed.
It wasn't even another round for the couple. It was, oh, that one guy looks like he's miserable. Let's help him out.
That one guy that wants to end his life because of a really bad video game movie.
It was horrible.
Well, I guess the worst one I've seen is that Hitman movie. I think it was called just Hitman Agent 47 or something.
And I never saw it. Was bad.
It was weird. Like the story was like this lady's being chased by Hitman, but then it turns out Hitman's a good guy and he's trying to help the lady.
Hitman is the lady.
Hitman is. So the ending is just him shooting himself.
But from like just camera cut to all these weird angles.
And just his brain just splattered on the cement streets of New York.
With the camera like going up, spiraling.
But Hitman 3, I don't have a lot to say because I've never played them, but it looks cool.
I want to play it. There's so much just stupid stuff you could do in it. It looks fun. Yeah,
I've seen like how you could either be sneaky or you could just be an idiot.
Me and a friend from work quote from one of the Oni videos. There's like a kid park in it. Mm-hmm. And a playground. I don't know why I called it a kid park. But they have like the little spring animals that you sit on. It rocks back and forth. And there's a pig one. And they're just walking into it. And its bouncer's like, this motherfucker's got pig physics. I told myself in 92 if they ever put pig physics in video games, that's the day I stopped playing.
Pig physics.
See, me and my friend Sean let's just go like pig physics.
Pig physics. Oh god, that's hilarious. The next game that got announced was one called Astros Playroom.
Yes, that is one I really want to play because
looks so cute.
And not just cute, but I haven't got a chance to play it because it's only VR, and I want to get PSVR, but I don't have it at the moment. Mm-hmm. But Astrobot, is it Adventure? I don't even remember the.
Okay, so it's something that's already existed. This isn't like a new thing.
Yes, but it's a PSVR only. But it like got Game of the Year nominations and stuff. Like it's supposed to be one of the best platformers in recent memory. Like 3D platformer. Like I really want to play it.
And now they're bringing it to PS5. It looks cool. It looks fun.
And the cool thing about it is that it's not going to be VR exclusive, so like way more people will get to play it and hopefully boost the status of the series because it seems like it has potential.
Alrighty, that sounds pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
It looks cool. Yes, it looks like a fun platformer game, which I'm always down for a good platformer.
Yeah, especially like 2D, 3D platformers. I love both of them, but like I really like 3D platformers. And Astrobot, the VR one, is supposed to be like, and the way they use the VR to solve puzzles and stuff, it's supposed to be real cool. I want to play it.
I just thought the little robot was really cute. I had never heard of
it. It really
before.
is.
I was like, this is adorable. I want this.
It really is.
This next one I actually was really excited for. Apparently it was a Kickstarter that was like 5 or 6 years ago, but it's finally coming out. It's called Little Devil Inside.
I don't remember that one at all.
It was mostly showed a guy running from like a giant chicken.
I don't remember that.
It has kind
of like must have skipped that part because I feel like I would remember that.
It has like a real cutesy art style. This guy is kind of like he can shoot people. He can like fight people with a sword. The art style is beautiful. I love it.
Is it like what type of game does it look like it's gonna be?
It's like an action adventure game. Like
okay,
yeah. Apparently, this game recently got itself into some controversy because there's a section of the game where you fight these tribal people and they all have tribal masks, and apparently people thought the masks were racist. So they're gonna have to go in and change the look of the mask so they're not racist.
I don't get that because a lot of cultures like that are really proud of the mask that they have. Like it is part of their heritage.
Yeah. But
it's us Americans are like, no, that's racist.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because it'd be like changing Aku Aku from Crash Bandicoot. Like, he's a tribal mask. That's pretty much what the masks look like.
I remember one that upset me was when Mario Odyssey came out. There was a bunch of like SJW people getting all mad that he had a poncho
And a
and a
sombrero.
sombrero.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, what?
But then I saw so many like living in San Antonio, like the Mexican population here is huge. So many of them were like super excited about it. They
They're
were
like, oh,
psyched. They're
hey,
like, "That's
our
so
culture
cool!"
is being represented in Mario.
And it's Mario. It's cartoony. It's fun. Like it's not being racist.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all. And it's because, I guess it's because the characters had dreadlocks and a mask. And I was like,
Mm.
well, there's a lot of these cultures do that.
Dude, yeah.
They do that.
It would be racist if it was a stereotype that like one person did and no one else did, but it's a common thing.
Yeah, and it does, because like I've looked up like real tribal masks, and a lot of them look like that.
Hmm.
They have like giant faces and like lips and stuff like that. It's not being racist.
I think it would be more racist to try to like downplay the cultural significance of it and make it more appealing
To like a Western audience.
yeah.
Yeah. But
But
other than the controversy, the game looks fun. So hopefully it's still fun.
I'll have to go look that up after this then, because giant chicken sounds incredible.
Yeah, he was running from like a giant chicken and he was like shooting some like animals and stuff like that. It looks really cool. The next game is something for our fans of the basketball. NBA 2K20.
21.
Or is it 20? Or yeah, 21, right? I wrote it wrong. Okay, NBA 2K21.
I actually would probably get that.
I haven't played a 2K in a while, but they're much better than NBA Live, so.
Oh yeah, to this day, NBA 2K, I think 18 is my most played game on Switch.
Really? Okay.
I have like 400 hours in it.
The graphics look insane from what they showed off. The
You mean
sweat
the sweat simulator?
Yeah, that's what I put. The notes I put were now with premium sweat glands.
Yeah, no, it'll be as long as they don't change. They're going a little heavy on like microtransaction stuff, which, but the gameplay's good, so
Yeah.
it'll be fun.
What I've always thought was funny was that the 2K sports games were better than the EA ones, both Madden and NBA Live.
Hmm.
And I feel like EA knew that. So with the sports franchise, they bought all the rights.
Yeah, the
For the
licenses,
football,
and they're like,
yeah.
we're the only ones that could do officially pro-branded stuff.
Yeah,
and
we can't. We're the only ones that can do football games with the NFL license. And I was like,
nobody wants to play a football game that's not the NFL. Like, I hate to say it, but
yeah, no, they're not going to do it. And so like that's why Madden beat NFL 2K, which I'm not gonna lie, NFL 2K was just better.
Yeah, 2K5 was the last one, right?
Oh, 2K5, man, that was my jam as a kid. NFL 2K5, man.
And it launched for so much cheaper. Like Madden was a full price game. Didn't 2K5 launch at like $20?
Yeah, it was cheaper too. Yeah. Now that you mention it, I remember that. And it had all this customization, all this fun stuff that was more than just football. Like you could build a house and stuff like that. Like you could build a jukebox and
I remember designing like logos and stuff for like creative teams.
So I feel like EA knew. They're like, ah, crap. Well, we'll never actually beat them by making a better game.
It needs the competition.
Yeah.
Like they need an agreement to come up to where like another game can, just to push them to be better.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly,
right now, they're sitting at mediocrity. Like the Madden game's the same. It's the same every year.
I'm really thinking that the next NBA Live game that they're taking time off. They're like, we're gonna retool the series. I think it'll actually be pretty good.
Yeah,
and I think that's healthy.
Because at the point now, 2K is just better.
Oh,
it's
in
way
every
better.
way imaginable.
Yeah. So it upsets me that EA, because EA is a garbage company. I hate EA so much.
I hate them for one sole reason, and that's they never really escape 4.
Yeah, see, even more reason. And I hate them because they made it so that Midway couldn't make NFL Blitz anymore, which was awesome.
What was it? What's the SpongeBob quote? They burned down our houses, poisoned ruined the crops,
and delivered a plague unto our houses. He did?
No. But are we gonna wait around until he's done? That's EA.
Yeah. And EA tried to make their own NFL Blitz and it sucked. So
yeah, They've made stuff that I do really enjoy, and it seems like they're trying to turn face the past 2-3 years, trying to be perceived better. Like I will give, I've owned it actually for a while now, but Star Wars Battlefront 2, now it's free on PlayStation Plus
Yeah,
this
apparently
month.
they fixed everything.
Yeah, so all my friends got it, and I've played it before, but when you're playing a game like that, it's fun to play with friends. So now that they're all on, I'm super hyped, and it's fantastic.
Okay, I'll have to
Like,
check it out because I played a
if you
little
have
bit of the
PS Plus,
first one.
get it.
Yeah. What I'm really upset at EA for, besides all that last thing, is that you remember the side branch EA Sports Big that would make NFL
Yep.
Street and NBA Street, and I was like, these are
Mhm.
quality, different,
They
creative
were
games.
fun arcadey sports games.
And they just stopped making them.
Did they do SSX Tricky as well?
I think so. I
I
want to
think
say
that was
so.
an EA big game. Or
It's
SSX 3, one of the SSX series though. Like I remember the EA big one.
EA Sports
Its startup.
Big. Yeah, I'm just upset. You know what? That's all we're gonna talk about. We're just gonna talk about how
Screw
much we hate
EA.
how much we hate EA. Let's see what the next game is. This one caught me off guard. It was something called a game called Bug Snacks.
That song is incredible.
I don't remember the song. I just remember how weird this trailer was.
Go listen to the song. It's a really weird, kind of dreamy sounding, but it's catchy.
Are you gonna want to play this
Gotta
game?
be Bug Snacks. Yes, I actually do really want to play that. I was when you called me to do the podcast tonight. That is, I was watching the trailer for it.
I watch it every night before bed.
It is my new religion.
Yeah,
I
it's
pray
like
at the altar of Bug Snacks.
Bug Snacks. They eat the food and then like their hands turn like.
I think the idea of it actually, like, when I first saw it, I was like, this looks stupid. But the more I thought about it, mainly because the song is so damn catchy, but I'm like, if they do this right, like, food could give you different power-ups when you eat it, which it might be a fun platformer.
Yeah, it looks interesting. At least they're letting like companies do weird ideas.
And for some reason, it also kind of reminds me of, you remember Bugdum?
Yes. Oh, finally someone else remembers Bugdum.
Oh, Bugdum was amazing.
Oh.
For some reason, I got slight Bugdum vibes from it, probably because it's got the word bug in the title.
That's probably
but if anything,
a big factor in that.
It's going to be Game of the Year.
Bug Snacks Game of the Year edition.
Move over Last of Us Part 2. Cyberpunk 2077.
Excuse us, Sackboy.
Bug Snacks is here.
Now, this next one I know you're excited about.
Oh, yeah.
Demon Souls remaster.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Soulsborne games, and that is the only one I haven't got to play because I never owned a PS3. Well, like I think I said episode 1 or something, the reason I bought a PS4 was to play Bloodborne. So the fact that I'm finally going to get to play it, and it's going to be beautiful, and hopefully they fix, like, everything. I've watched so many videos on it and all that, and they're like, the game's kind of janky, but in like a lovable, fun way. So hopefully they keep some of the jank, but like, quality of life improvements. I'm excited.
Yeah, you and my close friend Robert, he's very excited about it too because he's a big Souls fan. I've never played any of the Souls games, but the trailer, it gave off like a spooky fun vibe.
Oh yeah, they're definitely. They got a kind of a spookiness to them, and the fact that everybody's undead, like,
yeah, it looked kind of cool. I was like, okay,
and I love like they had the whole meme of like, these games are hard, but it's one of those games that I very rarely felt like the game was just being a dick. Like every time you die, you're like, oh, I saw what I did wrong. I know what I need to do to fix this.
Okay, all right,
it's punishing, but not unfair.
Like BDSM.
Yes.
I don't have a whole lot to say because I've never played a Souls game, but I'm glad you're excited.
I'm very excited. That was probably the most excited I got for any game shown, I believe.
I think you were about as hyped for that as I was for the Ratchet game, probably.
That was probably a really good analogy.
It looks cool. I'll have to check it out because a lot of people say Demon Souls is great. So
yeah, that's the people are like, it's like hidden gem of the series. Like, it's right up there with the best of them, which is all of them except Dark Souls 2.
I feel like this next one, me and you will both have in common of a common appreciation for it because we both have an affinity for blaxploitation.
Mm-hmm.
Deathloop.
Deathloop
looks awesome.
I was preoccupied for that part of it too, but then I saw a discussion online that somebody was saying like Deathloop looks real cool, and I was like, I don't remember that one. I have to go look it up again. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks like Black Dynamite meets like James Bond.
Who's the? Isn't it a famous developer doing it as well?
I think so. Like I forgot the developer, but
it looks.
I think I want to say that they did a recently like big series, but
Yeah, I want to feel like a Shaft type figure, being a scrawny white man who lives in the outskirts in a rural area.
Oh, it's Bethesda.
But okay, so I knew it was a big company. I couldn't remember which one.
Yeah, I think the game mechanics look really cool. Like you can shoot and you could use like magic or something. Like you're able to lift people off the ground.
Mm-hmm. The best part is that an unlockable minigame is just going to be the entire Skyrim.
The entirety of Skyrim.
They're finding ways.
360 hours of gameplay. Half of them are Skyrim.
They're gonna sneak it into every system ever, but no, it
$20 says Skyrim's coming to PS5.
Oh, that if it doesn't,
I will be shocked.
I will literally eat my sock. Like it's got to.
It has to. But yeah, this game's this world, the story, the environment, the gameplay, it all looks really awesome. That dude's super smooth voice.
Mm-hmm. It was so velvety. It was beautiful.
And I think that's a good way to do like representation in games, like just having like just really cool like characters. You know? Like Miles Morales or this guy from this new game.
Yeah. I'm excited. This is one I definitely want to play.
For sure. It looks awesome. The next one, Resident Evil 8 Village.
That looked surprisingly really cool to me.
I'm not like a super big Resi fan, but
but I'm the same. I've played some of the games. They're good. I'm not like mega fan, but I enjoy them. But this one, the atmosphere that the trailer created,
scary.
Yeah, the creepy old dude with the long white hair and the cowboy hat,
the werewolf.
It looked. I'm pretty, because that was one of the scariest things ever. Was Micah's old friend of his had PSVR and he brought it over and had Resident Evil VR, and it was terrifying. So I'm picturing it like that, but even better now.
Yeah, and I heard 7 was like legitimately really scary for a lot of people.
And that's the Resident Evil VR is just Resident Evil 7 in VR. So it was,
did you like that fake out for the trailer because it said Village, and then it like zoomed into VIII, and then it said Resident Evil 8, and I was like, oh, that was good. That was a good fake out.
It was a good. I'm excited for that one. I actually probably will get it.
What is this Village game? What's that? Oh, Resident Evil.
Those sons of bitches, they did it.
You little rascals over at Capcom. Capcom's they really turned it around, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because at the beginning of the 2010s, they were like hated for. Remember, like on disc DLC, like you buy a fighting game and it's like you have to pay to unlock stuff. It's like, what is this? But then they're like remaking everything and like revitalizing all their series, like Devil May Cry 5. They need to bring back.
Well, no, I guess they did bring back Mega Man. I heard Mega Man 11 was actually really good.
Yeah, it looked awesome, and they're re-releasing all the Mega Man games, even like stuff like Mega Man 0. Good for Capcom. I think EA needs to do that.
Yeah, no, like I said, I think EA is pushing to
get better.
Speaking real quick, it wasn't part of the PS5 reveal, but did you see the new Star Wars game that just got revealed?
Oh, I saw a screenshot. It's a like a shooter, not a shooter, but a flying game, right?
Yeah, I think it's called Star Wars Squadrons, but it's
something Squadron, yeah.
Gonna be space battles.
It sounds cool because a lot of people like that.
I think it's gonna be fun. This, like I said, it wasn't in the PS5 reveal, but I think it fits because it was a game that was just revealed.
Yeah, it looks really cool. So, I was hoping they would do something with like Bounty Hunter. You remember those games? Yeah, that'd be cool too.
Maybe soon. It seems like Star Wars games are making a comeback. Like I like the new games more than I like the new movies. So,
Oh god, we could make a whole podcast about that actually.
oh, we'll have to at some point. I need a pour me a
Anyway,
stiff glass of whiskey and.
release some rage. We got two more games left.
All right.
Pragmata. That was the one where it's like there's like a little girl and like a guy in a spacesuit comes and there's like a hologram cat and it gets sucked up in the sky.
Yeah, that one just.
I was thoroughly
confused.
confused. I was thoroughly confused.
It left an imprint though.
Sounds cool. Didn't show any gameplay, but looks interesting.
I was just confused.
Yeah, I was like,
that is one I'm gonna have to wait to see more info on.
Yeah.
Is it gets closer to release?
It's kind of like when they first announced Death Stranding. And you're like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, what the hell is this? Of course, with Death Stranding, it being a Kojima game, you're like, it's probably gonna be good. It's weird as hell, and I don't know what's going on, but it'll probably be good.
But there will be tits, and I will like it.
Norman Reedus' tits.
Oh, the best. And the last one is Horizon Forbidden West. I never played the first Horizon Zero Dawn. Did you?
I don't. It is in my apartment. In fact, Micah let me borrow it. It is in my room right now. I just haven't played it yet.
I heard that it's on special right now, like on Amazon and stuff.
Oh, well, like I said, I have it in my possession at the moment. I just haven't played it yet. But he was telling me, he's like, yeah, it started out a little weird. I wasn't sure if I was into it, but by the end, it's like one of my favorite games of all time. He's like, you have to play it. So
yeah, I do like the idea. Like it's like a tribal like game, but like the machines
against robots.
Animals.
Yeah. I let him borrow Spider-Man. He's letting me borrow that. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah, I know this is one of those games that's gonna definitely use all the new features, like the the triggers and
yeah, that was like the example they used when they first announced it. It's like in Horizon, pulling a bow, you will feel the tension in the string.
And the God of War sex minigame, you will feel the tension.
You feel the thrusting with the haptic feedback.
The harder you push, the harder
using
it pushes against you.
The 6-axis controller, you shove forward and back to simulate thrusting.
Compatible with PSVR. You really feel like Kratos going balls deep into some Greek women.
Optional fleshlight attachment. But overall though, there was a lot of stuff that looked really cool.
Overall, I would say this is a pretty darn good reveal.
Yeah, we actually got what the PS5 looks like.
Yeah, it wasn't like, you remember when they revealed the Wii U at E3?
Yeah,
and everyone was like, "What is this? I don't know."
I honestly, the Wii U, I think, would have done better if they used a different fucking name.
Yeah, maybe
for the longest, I thought it was just like
an
a Wii expansion.
Yeah,
it took me like 2-3 years to realize it was a different console.
Exactly, like that's what a lot of people. I thought it was that too because I was like, "Oh, this is a screen you can attach." Cool.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was something different until we were at Texas State and they were playing Smash for Wii U.
Yeah, and you're like, "Oh, this is a console."
But yeah, Wii U. Failure.
I like the console, but it failed.
There's a lot of good games on it.
There's a lot of cool stuff.
Friends that I have them, like I've played, like it was fun.
It was a fun game, yeah. I mean, it was a fun console. There's a lot of cool stuff on it.
But yeah, the PS5 reveal was almost as good as the Wii U reveal.
Almost not. Let's not go crazy here, but yeah, it was just a very solid reveal. Like you got what they were going for.
Yeah, the only thing I could ask for more would be the price to know, like, officially.
And hopefully soon we'll get more of those, like, AAA titles that everyone loves.
What'd you think of it having two versions, the PS5 and the PS5 digital, like the disc drive-less one?
I think it's a good option for those who are interested in that sort of thing, but that's just not me. I like having a disc drive.
Yeah, and the fact that I'm excited about it having back compatibility. Can't play PS4 games if you don't have a disc drive.
Yeah. Also, I know from what I was hearing, the Xbox Series X can play 360 games and original Xbox games as well. and PS5 isn't really gonna focus on going that far back.
No,
which is kind of disappointing.
It's sad, but that I will
they want
commend
to do
Xbox on doing that.
They want to do emulation with like PS Now, and I think that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, because if it was full back compatible, like
it would be the greatest gaming console, like ever.
It would once again turn into just like, especially if they could like use a boost mode, I would just play Skate 2.
Yeah, and if they could have it to where like it looks really good on, like your PS1 games are upscaled, kind of, yeah.
Or maybe not all of them, but have like certain like the big name like I think Xbox does this for like their big name older games where they will go in and up the textures and stuff. But that's the one downside of being on the PlayStation side of things.
Yeah, but overall, as a console reveal, I think they did a really good job showing.
I'm excited.
All right. Well, do you have anything else? Any last minute things you want to say about the PS5?
More like PP5.
All right. Well, with that, we'll go into the question section.
You said you actually had quite a few today.
I got a few. So there was yay us. They were totally not prompted by me asking them if they want to submit a question.
You got to get the name out there somehow.
Yeah. So if you guys want to send a question to be read out on the podcast, please tweet me at Huggerderek, and I will do that. Let's start with an easy one. This one's actually from an Instagram a friend of mine from college. Okay. Jackery. It's like Zachary with a J.
Okay.
He wanted to ask, how are you? How are you doing?
How are you, Derek? Let the world know.
I'm okay.
Don't lie.
Okay. I had a rough day at work today, but I'm all right.
Overall, those things have been good.
Yeah. Got the podcast going. Got a job. Got my associate's degree. I don't know if I told you about that.
Oh, no. Congratulations.
Yeah, recently. So that was pretty cool. Overall,
that's really exciting. Yeah. You got a loving girlfriend?
Yeah, I have a loving girlfriend. She's the best. She calls me a simp. It's great. Yeah, no, but she's great.
That is a true happy relationship.
She's really tall, so I always tell her that she's not tall, she's just long.
She's your Amazonian goddess.
Amazonian goddess, sit on my face. But, yeah, I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Colton?
I'm pretty good. Life is pretty good. A little tired. I drove up the other night after work. I drove to Dallas. Got like 3 hours of sleep while I was there because Jacob just moved up there, and my girlfriend had her cosmetology exam, she took a test to be a cosmetologist.
Oh, nice.
And it was at like 9:30 in the morning, but she wanted to be there at like 8:30. So I drove to Dallas after I got off work, got there at like 1:30 in the morning, and then of course I had to visit with my friends for a little bit, so I got like 3 hours of sleep.
Oh god, that's always fun, yeah.
So yeah, a little tired, but overall life is good. I'm in a pretty good headspace.
I'm hoping to get a new cell phone in the morning, so...
Oh, what are you gonna get?
I'm seeing what Cricket has. The Stylo 6 just came out.
Okay.
But I'm trying to see if there's anything with... Because it has all the bells and whistles, but only 3 mega... I believe 3 mega... What do you call it? Of RAM. 3 gigs of RAM.
3 gig, okay.
Which most modern smartphones have 4. So I'm going to see if there's anything with 4. That processing power, that's what you need.
Dude, you got to get that the iPhone SE.
Oh, God. I've heard to just go for the 11 at that point.
See, actually, I have quite a few people who, like Kamar and Micah, both have the new SE, and they love it. It's like $400, and it's basically the internals of an 11 smashed into the case of an 8.
Okay.
So it's actually pretty good.
I've always been more of an Android guy. That's the thing. I just like their user interface more.
Yeah, I do too. I got an iPhone as a gift. I got into the App Store buying stuff, and then when it came time to get a new phone, I was like, I've already invested too much.
It's too much. I'm here.
I'm trapped. I'm simping for iPhone.
So you're gonna Mr. Steve Jobs.
No, my girlfriend hates. I do a noise for that. I go. She hates it.
I imitated my girlfriend's noise when she does that, and it was pretty spot on. So she hated it, though. She was just
I feel like that one is a little too much of a podcast. Like, world doesn't need to hear that. The one I make is a fake one. Like, I don't. If anybody actually sucks like dick like that, that is.
Film yourself so we could see why and how.
Create an OnlyFans.
Create an OnlyFans. We got to see something. But yeah. So got another.
We're both pretty good.
We're both pretty good. Got another question from a coworker of mine. Alex_Marie on Instagram asks, "Who are you going to be voting for?" I just sent in my my registration. The 15th was the last day, so I had it overnighted. I don't know.
I don't know if I did my voter registration.
I'm thinking, honestly, I'm leaning towards going just third party.
It looks like I'm probably not going to vote then, but last year I did, last election I did go third party.
Yeah, and I know what everyone's thinking, oh, it's a waste of a vote. It's like, yeah, well, no, I'm not happy with the two candidates, so
yeah.
What do you want me to do?
And living in Texas, I feel like we're turning more toward blue, but I feel like
there's still a lot of Trumpers here. So.
Yes, especially it might beat me down being in the area I'm in, but there's a lot of like hardcore Trumpers.
Mm.
Not that there's anything wrong with being a Trump supporter, but these are the type that give Trump supporters bad names.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people. There's people who will disagree with me, but I've met Trump supporters who are completely like logical and fair.
They're fine people.
They're more about his economic policies and his foreign policies. They don't hate Mexicans, you know.
Even if it's not something I agree with, it's something that like I can respect if you're an informed person. But it's so many of them that just fillet Fox News and like
that suck off Alex Jones in the dead of night.
They worship people who have the cognitive capabilities of a grilled cheese.
I'd always say it like at work. I'd be like, "You people have the combined intellect of a beach ball."
But especially like I said, the area that I'm in, there's a lot of just like, well, you know, good because he's making it better for the country white people.
I'm like, germs.
I've legitimately heard people say stuff like South Park. They took our gerbs.
Yeah. So
unironically.
I don't even know who the Libertarian candidate is off the top of my head, but I probably would rather vote for him. I'm gonna look and see what their platform is, and if it's better than the other two, then I'm going for that one.
Yeah, I went Libertarian last election.
That's pretty much where I end up falling anyway. So.
But yeah, depressing. So they're trying to get us canceled.
You know what? I'll have to change my first answer. I'm not okay. After thinking about that, I am positively not okay. Let me find that. I have a question from someone who just so happens to be dating me.
I didn't write a question.
Oh, Colton.
Shit! I blew our cover.
Oh God. I'm gonna tell Jacob that you're being unfaithful.
Well, he wants in on it.
Oh, it's one of those like I was watching a game show and there was this guy that came on and he was one of the contestants. He had like an orange robe. And I was like, oh, this guy, something's off with this guy. And they asked him, like, so, what, tell us about yourself. He's like, well, I have one wife and 3 spirit wives. I was like, what does that mean? You know what that means? It means that the U.S. won't let you marry more than one person.
So he's just banging a bunch of girls, and more power to him.
More power. Jesus, it sounds terrible. But,
I can't satisfy one girl. I don't know how I could satisfy 4.
I don't need to disappoint a harem. You got to find the one girl you want to disappoint with your sex for the rest of your life.
And hopefully it's not too disappointing.
Exactly. At It's Muddy on Twitter asks, what game were you most excited for from the showcase?
Mine was Demon Souls.
Yours is definitely Demon Souls. Mine's a toss-up between Spider-Man Miles Morales and the new Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, I'd say Spider-Man's pretty close second for me. That one was also very excited.
And then the cat game.
cat game looks fun.
The cat game looks kind of amazing.
I might get that for my girlfriend.
I'm gonna get that for me. Let's see. The next question comes from my brother.
Yeah, we have 4 questions.
I think we have like 6 or 7.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
The next question comes from my brother at @Black_Texan. That's his name.
That's incredible. How's your brother doing, by the way? Tell him I said hi.
Good. He's just job searching right now.
Fair enough.
He says, I'm excited for the PS5 and the games, but why is there no backwards compatibility with the PS1, PS2, or the PS3? It's a good question. Sony's cheat. I don't know, but
I think too, Xbox is focusing it more on the brand of Xbox as a whole. Mm-hmm. Like, this is the entire family. PlayStation is going more in like their defined generations. Yeah. Like we love what we did in the past, but there are distinct generations of our consoles, and if you want the legacy content, you got to go to the legacy console.
I feel like they're getting a little bit cocky because like they did really well with the PS4, and they're like, we got this in the bag.
Same thing that happened with the generation before when the 360 was dominating, and they're like, yeah we got this, and then shit the bed.
Yeah, so I'm afraid. I'm a little bit hesitant that might happen again, but we'll just have to see. Maybe they'll do something with backwards compatibility, they'll add an update or something.
Yeah, I'll even if they kind of flop, with the studios that they own and the games they make, I'll probably still stay in their camp.
Yeah,
all the first party stuff is just good.
I'm a big Sony fan. Our next question is actually from someone who I have no idea, so I think this is just this is someone who saw the tweet and wanted to respond. This is a question for you, Colton.
Okay.
If you had a hypothetical evil twin who wanted to duel, and you wanted to duel him, what would be his weapon of choice and your weapon of choice, I assume, and an ideal date and location for said duel?
Who asked this?
At ST Lowcut? I have no idea.
I was saying, this sounds like something my buddy Sean would say, but... Okay, so... I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, if you had a hypothetical evil twin who wanted to duel with him, what would be his weapon of choice, and I guess I assume your weapon of choice, and an ideal date and location for said duel?
October 23rd, 2022, at the East Central High School football field, 2:27 in the morning, golf clubs.
Both golf clubs.
Mm-hmm. Both drivers.
It seems that you might have you prepared. Have you thought about this before?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
That was just the first thing that rolled off the top of my. So I guess I got to go there on that date to
face your evil twin.
Yeah.
Hypothetically. This next one is from @Choppa_Zachary. This is another one of my coworkers.
Okay.
Don't really have a question. Maybe you should compare and contrast the differences in the dynamic of the Three Stooges when it was Moe, Larry, and Curly versus when it was Moe, Larry, and Shemp. He's a big Three Stooges fan.
We gotta say is fuck the second version. Yeah. Moe, Larry, Curly, all the way. They're the only ones that matter.
#team my Moe, Larry, Curly. #
MLC.
Not my Stooges.
Not my
Stooges.
I've only seen stuff. I've only seen like one thing with the fourth guy. I don't even remember his name.
Shemp?
Yeah.
So I take it you like the dynamic of Moe, Larry, and Curly. More.
Yes.
I've never really seen much of the Three Stooges, so I can't really comment. But
because I've actually watched quite a few of the Moe, Larry, Curly stuff because they're actually pretty funny.
Do they still hold up?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Oh, okay.
It's just kind of classic slapstick, but it works.
And Moe, Larry, and Shemp, it just does not work as well.
Maybe it actually does. I just haven't seen enough of him to say.
I mean, maybe they're just trying to recreate the magic, and it just doesn't work.
Like a Joe in Blue's Clues.
Exactly. Or
That guy sucked.
yeah. Or the Asian man that they have now.
I haven't seen him, but he probably sucks. Steve is the only.
He probably sucks too.
Nobody can match Steve.
And nobody can match Larry, Curly, and Moe. All right, well, there goes that question.
Sorry, it wasn't more insightful.
Sorry we couldn't be more in depth, but neither of us. Well, you've seen more original and not much of Shemp, so.
Yeah.
Shemp's a stupid name, and he sounds like a stupid guy.
It sounds like simp.
Yeah, Shemp is Shemp is a simp. Let's get that trending. And we have one more question from my friend Ruben at ZTCBITW asks, do you think everything going on from COVID to the BLM movement could be a hoax? Or maybe even someone behind the scenes pulling the strings?
Oh yeah, don't you know Bill Gates is being funded by George Soros? Like they've combined their wealth to... I can't even.
He sent me some stuff on Facebook with like, people like screenshot and they like circle. They're like, this matches this in this picture, and I.
I have family who are all in on this, and if that's what people want to believe,
go for it, I guess.
But at that point, I don't even know if I could say that because some of it leads to some pretty dangerous thinking.
Yeah, I don't, just to make it very clear, I don't think what's going on with Black Lives Matter is a hoax.
Well, Black Lives Matter, of course that's a hoax. We only know the only lives matter 40-year-old white men.
Ah, yes, or cops.
40-year-old white men.
And with the COVID thing, I think it's possible that it was a bioweapon at one point, maybe, and they just let it out. But
yeah,
I would want to see some evidence.
There's too many people too. Like I've heard people who just say that like, no, it's not real. Like nobody's sick.
Yeah, there's like people who just don't believe it's real.
And there's a lot of high profile celebrities coming out with it. Like Kevin Durant got it. Ezekiel Elliott from the Dallas Cowboys has it at the moment.
Jeez.
Like there's people who are getting it. Like it's a thing.
And what's worse is that people from HEB are getting it, and that's where I get my groceries.
That's where I work. Hopefully, I don't get it. Actually, I think the area I live in, though, there's not many cases out here at all. So,
during the December months, me and another manager, both became deathly ill, like completely deathly ill. So I'm wondering if I've already got it. And maybe we were insanely sick.
It could have been, because that was when it was first starting.
Yeah, it was really bad. So I'm thinking maybe I got it and I'm already done. So
I'm gonna buy you that T-shirt that it's the Corona beer logo, but it says "I survived Corona 2020."
Corona. And on that note, I believe that's our last question. So
all right.
Sorry we couldn't be more helpful with trying to say that everything that's going on is fake, but. I would
love to believe it is.
I would love to find out that everything is not real, but unfortunately the world is a very scary and terrible place at the moment.
But yeah, well, on that note, good night, everybody.
Oh, jeez.
Don't die, please. We need the listens.
I guess. Oh well, I meant to put this at the beginning of the podcast, but I guess we can put it at the end. Now we know the world is pretty wild right now. It's pretty crazy. There's a lot of insane stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
The George Floyd thing was really saddening. It was very heartbreaking to hear that happened.
To see the video of it,
it
broke my soul.
It's not good. I know that both of us are in total support of like any peaceful protests that are going on, any cause for change, police reform.
Yes, and honestly,
something's got to change.
Even not anymore, but at the beginning, sometimes you need violent protests to get attention.
Yeah,
like I don't think it needs to carry on, but to get people aware. It's a horrible thing, but it might have needed to happen.
Maybe one of those necessary evils.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gotta fight fire with fire.
If you're someone whose business got messed up,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, hearts go out to you guys too. Please don't go out and destroy your cities, people. Please.
It breaks my heart when people are leaving big box corporations just fine and breaking small businesses.
Yeah,
the small businesses are the ones that can't afford it. Target can afford to lose a store. Like they're not going to go bankrupt.
Target will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
so treat the people of your community with respect.
Yeah, Killer Mike did a really good.
His interview was fantastic.
Yeah, the main thing that I saw was like we need to beat people up at the voting booth.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, honestly, get organized. Yeah. Make time for change is now, but you have to do it in a way that will be permanent. Get things done.
Yeah. We didn't really want to discuss it too much just because this is a comedy podcast.
This is not a funny topic.
Yeah.
As I wish it was.
We make this podcast to make people laugh and hopefully now to get your mind off of everything terrible that's going on. So yeah.
Yeah. Be nice to people.
Yeah, be nice to people. Don't treat people differently because of how they look or any other stupid reason.
I would say give your neighbor a hug, but with the whole Rona thing.
Probably. Give your neighbor cash app them
a friendly wave.
Cash app them $2.
Subscribe to their OnlyFans. I'm sure your neighbor has one.
Them. It's getting rough out there, man. But with that out of the way, hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Is there any last minute things you want to say, Colton?
Nah, I am good.
Just some general housekeeping. We are on a bunch of different platforms. If you listen on YouTube or Spotify, make sure to like on Spotify, follow, share with your friends, and if you guys want to ask any questions, tweet me at HuggerDerek.
Just one reminder for people, they don't know this yet, but coming soon, we're gonna start trying to have some other friends on as well to kind of guest. So look forward to that.
Yes, look forward to that. Probably around episode 5, I want to say, is when I want to start.
Mm-hmm. Bringing some fresh faces in because we're getting old and decrepit and probably going to die soon.
As you heard in the past few minutes with us discussing a serious topic, we are very, very, very sad.
Yes.
But we're wanting to get our friend Jacob on. Colton's life.
He's probably listening right now.
Colton's life partner.
He supports us. I was in the car with him, and he's like, "I'm gonna show you the best podcast ever," and he put this one on. So
he went to his parents and was like, "Mom, Dad, I decided to quit my job and live solely for the Huggercast, and do nothing but listen to the Huggercast."
I'm gonna get him a T-shirt that says "Number 1 Huggercast groupie."
Huggercast fan. Number 1 simp for Huggercast.
Let's get that trending, everybody.
Jacob is a simp.
Hashtags. No, not Jacob is a simp. Simping for Huggercast.
Simping for Huggercast. Oh, whoops. Alrighty. Yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks.
Everybody be safe and have a good night.
Please be safe out there, everybody. We would hate for anything bad to happen to anyone. So please be smart, be safe, and
be happy.
Be happy, and have a good night, everyone, or day, depending on when you're listening to this.
No, only night. This is a nighttime only podcast.
After dark podcast.
Always.
All right. Have a good day, everyone.